Well, there's a bit of an odd one. Well, it's basically because I thought I'd go live because of Gary Lineker. And we're making our tea at dinner as well, our lunch, yeah. So we have a raclette. So there's bits of food on little trays like that, and you put them under the grill. They cook them yourself. It's a bit of fun, I'd say. But I have to admit, this did make me tickle. I'm not a football fan, not at all, but this is bigger than football. It really is, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Because I'm not a football fan. But the fact is, what Gary Lineker has done, he's just shown that there is power in numbers. As a collective, there's power in people. Allows us to be able to, well, have a bit more confidence in human nature as well, but also in the fact that we can make changes by putting pressure on government and organisations, since it's the British Broadcasting Conservatives. You know it is. Anyway, let's go check my food. Oh, that's got the cheeses all melted on there. So I'm just going to push that onto my plate. I'll put something else on there now. This is a bit of an odd one. Hello, Nick Young. I hope you're well. So yeah, it's it just, for me, it just kind of, it made me confident in human nature again, because Gary Lineker, he did the right thing, stuck by guns and that, didn't he? And as a result, well, they couldn't get rid of him, and his passing gift. Well, I say passing gift, his reinstatement gift was another tweet. And in that tweet, he pretty much said, let's have a look. In that tweet, Gary Lineker, in a series of tweets, let's go back to that one. I'll find it again now, I've missed it, I've lost it now. Probably lost the plot as well. Won't be a bit surprised. Well, basically, he said he thanked everybody, and also about empathy towards, as bigger than him, basically, what he's saying. It's about the people as well who are fleeing tyranny and what have persecution in little boats. And you just can't disagree with it. You really can't. Oh, here we go. He says, I've been presenting the sport on the BBC for almost 3 decades and I'm immeasurably proud to work with the best and fairest broadcasters. What about impartiality? Oh dear. No. This is the British Broadcasting Conservatives. 36, can't forget that 36 MPs put pressure on the BBC. And Richard Sharp and Tim Davies, I suppose we better put pressure on Gary Lineker. We do pay him 1.4 million after all, so maybe he'll toe the line because there's a lot of money to lose, but he stuck to his guns. So fair dues to Gary Lineker. In my mind, he's a bit of a hero, really. Says here, final thought, however, says Gary Lineker, difficult the last few days have been, as it simply doesn't compare to having to flee your home from persecution or war to seek refuge in a land far, far away. It's heartwarming to have seen the empathy towards their plight, and from so many of you. And then he went on to say that the Britain is a welcoming country and stuff like that. It sounded a bit like Tory rhetoric to me, but this is bigger than just his tweet and the fact that he's not been on the match of the day doing the commentary. Because I didn't watch it, but I can imagine it would be rather had to put it boring 20 minutes of just gameplay, no commentary, no nothing. I suppose if you're into football, maybe, I suppose for you, maybe it's not boring. But for me, no, it doesn't seem right. And he's a part of the institution. I'll put a bit of onion on there, only a bit of onion. Oh dear, what else have I put on there, Caroline? I've got a bit of pepper. Anyone got any ideas? I've got a bit of burger in there, a bit of pepper, got some prawns over there as well. That might be a bit of an odd concoction. A little bit of tomato, a bit of grilled tomato, and I'll whack some cheese on that as well. Where's my cheese gone? It's stole my cheese! Oh, there it is. Got my cheese. Trois fromage. Get on there, you. Oh dear. I tell you, I'm going to pour it out there, make it easier. She keeps nicking my cheese. It's just wrong, you know. I'm on this diet, but you just eat lots of fat, you see, so I'm happy with that. Hello, Joe. I hope you're well. Tomatoes. You say tomato, I say tomato. Yes, we've got tomato. We've got some mushrooms. I don't know. My missus is literally just sitting over there, stuffing her face. She's not on a keto diet, so she's got like this flipping great wrap thing. She's going, no. She's got a wrap. Look at that. A prawn's about to fall out, so I better nick that and save it. No? Okay. I won't then. It wasn't. Oh, she's a bit embarrassed, you see. Yeah, she's embarrassed about her husband. So yeah, so I felt it was a little bit heartwarming, to be honest. That it does instill, for me, it instills a little bit of confidence in human nature, and that's got to be a good thing, isn't it? Surely it's got to be a good thing. I think so. And it also is a big poke in the eye for the Tories. Because no matter what Richie Sunak, what he was saying, well, what was he saying? He was saying about, when he got on this plane, went on his way to see Biden or whoever he was going to see. No, not Biden, the Australian geezer. Australian Prime Minister, President. But, Biden's there as well. Anyway, it's about AUKUS, you see. It's all about AUKUS. Anyway, so Richie Sunak is going on and talking and saying, oh, well, it's down to the BBC, you see, and Gary Lineker. Yeah, but he said, well, it's nothing to do with us, he says, it's down to them. Yeah, what about the fact the matter is that you, well, Mr. Sunak, receiving money from Russia, blood money, How about rearranging the national grid, just so you can get some electricity to heat your swimming pool, which is costing $18,000 a year just to heat it. What a poke in the thinking eye for the ordinary folk. And what a poke in the eye for you Scots out there, who are paying more than the English for your electric. What's that tell you about the state of affairs? But as a collective, we can make a difference. Who's that wine? Is it Wally? Wally? Where are you, boy? Is he there? Oh, he's in his basket. Oh, what are you buying? Somebody's wine. I thought my dog was wine. Go. Oh, I don't know. The world has gone mad. But at least there are people out there who will stand up for ordinary folk. But, you know, and people who are, you know, fleeing tyranny and what have you. I fled tyranny. And the French government, they were very kind to us, and they said, you can stay, they said. What do you reckon, Caroline? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got food. She's got, her mouth is full of wrap. Yeah, she's got a wrap. She can have a wrap. I'm not allowed to wrap because I'm on the keto diet. Oh. And it's working, I'm losing weight. But can't be too bad. I just eat lots of meat. If someone used to be a vegetarian, meat, bacon. It's enough to make anyone turn. I think it's the one thing that Caroline misses. Do you miss bacon? She's shaking her head. No. That's Vincent. Oh, well, yeah, it's very typical in France. They have one of these grill things like that. What you do is you make your little meals, little dishes, almost like tapas, I suppose. And you shove it in your grill and you cook it that way. So we use it quite a lot. And you got it about, what, a month ago? Yeah, and that was after our sons got one, you see, and Caroline had a meal around their sons. I didn't, because I had COVID. And had a meal around there, and they said, oh, we'll get one. And they're not expensive either, so that was quite good. And also uses less electric than putting the oven on and stuff. So, yeah. Because we only had it on for a little while, although I'm live streaming at the moment, so I've got a prawn. They're cheap at the moment. What's it, €7? €7 a kilo for prawns. An undergrill. Yeah, if in France, you look for a raclette, and you get cheese, like special cheese as well if you want. It's like a melty type cheese, and raclette cheese. Like what sort of cheese is it? Raclette, you reckon? Is that Gouda? She can't speak. She's got a mouth full of food. You're like a hamster. Oh, God. Do you know what? I have to sit opposite this while I eat. Takes after her parents. It's all about upbringing, you know. Talk with the parents, they're coming to visit, aren't they? So I might get them on a live stream at some point, but I warn you, they're very Norfolk. And illiterate. Oh, did I say it loud? I did. I thought I was bad enough. Hello, Ellie de Villette. Oh, is that, no, it's not a Tefal, it's just a cheapy brand, a TriStar or something. I think it's, what was it, Darty or Boulanger or something? Darty. No, it wasn't. It was Leclerc.
Leclerc. No, that's the new Leclerc.
That's Leclerc, Electromontagne place in San Juan. We got it from. It's the same thing though.
I don't actually want any more of these.
Oh, you got the black table. You got Tefal one. The Tefal one's got that slab on, isn't it? That's got that bit of marble, which we could do with that, actually. But I might make one for this, actually. Cut a bit of marble, put on top of, heat resistant marble, bit of slate. Poo-free prawns? No, don't. No, you got to have the poo.
What?
See, our prawns. It's got a good poo. It's well, I don't know actually. Where are these sourced from? Do you reckon? Bit Croatia or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm guessing.
Okay.
They're not British prawns. No. Lineker, yes. I'm no football fan. I've only been to one football match in my life, and that's because I got a free ticket when I had the radio station. Then we had a box. We had a box in Norwich, but that's the only football match I've ever been to. So I'm no football fan. I really aren't. But I thought what I am a fan of is decency. Just good old-fashioned human decency, where people's lives matter. That's what I'm a fan of. And I think Gary Lineker is as well. I think he's proved that. He stuck to his guns. He had a lot of pressure put upon him by the media and obviously by the BBC as well. Yeah, the Conservative government's media arm. And I found it heartwarming, really. I was reading that this morning, I saw what's happening, what have you, and they reinstated him. The thing is, they can't just change the rules because he's under contract, and the contract will be based on previous rules. See, unless they renew his contract, they have to sign it. That'd be the only time they got impartiality. But what has he done? He tweets again, doesn't he? So he tweets again. He's just been reinstated, and he sends out another tweet, which pretty much is a jibe at the government, to be fair. And I just love it. I really, really, really do love it, because we need people to be standing up against this lot. Really do. It's your kids, my kids, other people's kids. It's the future, really, isn't it? And if we don't stand up against it, it's pretty much the reason why I do this channel, really, because it's definitely not for the money, I'll tell you. God's sake. You're more as a paper boy. Hello, Bird Nest Rat Fest. Never would have thought that Balfour Declaration would be implemented in the UK upon citizens, but oh well. Once born a powerful soul, twice forged in the fires of madness, twice sought vengeance. Oh, got lettuce as well. Here comes the healthy bit. Oh, the prawns are right. I don't know. Got half a slice of lettuce there. Oh, they inhaled a prawn. Don't do that. Don't inhale prawns. Don't let them go down the wrong way. Right? They're not going to swim out again because they're dead.
The spicy one.
Yeah, it was a spicy one as well because I got bits of chilli down here. Yeah. See, what was this chilli from? Not last year's chilli, was it, or was it the year before? Did you say?
Not last year, before. When you were away in Ginger Island.
I was in Ginger Island. Caroline was cropping our chilies, and what she does, which is just chop them up. Oh, she was all on her own. She was just chopped them all up and put them in the freezer, and that's what we're using now. We're still using chilies from 2 years ago. And another thing you do, we do own pickled onions, but also we use these jars to can our tomatoes and turnips. I'm not turnips.
You didn't have any turnips.
Well, I don't grow turnips, no. In fact, the French are not too keen on turnips either. But I tell you who really isn't keen on turnips, other than Therese Coffey. Oh, actually, she is. She's eaten them all because there's none left in the supermarket. But there is the fact that the Germans, the pesky Germans during the World War II, not good old folk of today. I'm talking about the Nazis, the Germans, the pesky Germans that Gary Lineker was referring to. Almost comparing, Suella Braverman, let's be politically correct here, words with the Nazis, 1930s Nazi Germany. And, so they didn't grow turnips. But anyway, they don't grow turnips. They did grow turnips. They grew turnips during the war. The resistance, the French resistance, the French here in this area of Limousin, they were growing turnips because they knew that the German Nazis don't like turnips. No, they hate them, in fact. So do I. Well, the turnip tartiflette, turnip tartiflette is okay. It's like a tart with turnips. There's a lot of sugar in turnips actually, so they're quite sweet. Oh, look at that. Healthy. Mmm. I don't like processed food. They're saying that I've got a burger on, then the sausage, and yeah, technically that's processed, isn't it? So. Oh, a live streamer! Mark is eating his food! Oh, how exciting! What's Joe said? Hello, Susan DeWitt, hope you're well. Up there in Belgium. Just so, I just thought I'd do a random one. I just made those 2 videos of about Gary Lineker. I made the first one. I thought, oh, that's good, that's done. And then all of a sudden he tweeted, and I thought, oh, crikey, I've got to quickly do another video of that. Then I thought I sat down here with Mrs. what have you, doing our little grill thing, and I thought I'd go live. I'm eating food. We used to do it on Ginger Island, didn't we, with Graham Hughes? Yeah. I think we might have got a bit ahead of ourselves here. There's quite a bit of food.
I'm going to need to remember because they need cooking.
Oh my god, that was done as well. Oh my god, I'm burning all my cheese. Oh my giddy hunt. Toasted cheese, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's like cheese on toast without the toast. Yeah, I'm not allowed toast because it's a silly diet. But the silly diet's working. I was down to 93.2. What did I say? 3? 93?
93.4.
93.4, and I was 99. Yeah, 99 kilos. What a fat thing I am. I don't get out of hand, but I did. Oh, bit move on there. Alright, we'll leave it a minute. Okay. I better catch up with my food.
Not much left.
So yeah, just a reminder of what you said. Did make you tickle? He said, a final thought, however difficult the last few days have been, it simply doesn't compare to having to flee your home from persecution or war to seek refuge in a land far away. It's heartwarming to have seen the empathy towards their plight, and so many of you. Yeah, from so many of you, which they did. You know, the amount of support he got, apart from the right-wing nut jobbers out there, which they weren't that keen, no. Because they'll do anything to stop the little boats. Well, what do you think about it? Well, 11 months to go. They passed a bill to stop the little boats. Didn't work. And now Sarah Braverman, or was it Sue Ellen DeVille? Well, there's another bill to go through to effectively, ban people who are claiming asylum. If you don't provide a legal route in, that's effectively what you've done. And even if they say they're going to provide, they kind of hinted on it, legal routes into the country, they won't. Not while this bill's passed, there's no way they're going to do it. They've got what they want. So, immoral lot. Totally and utterly immoral. Excuse me eating, sorry. What are you eating now? You're just eating prawns now, are you?
No, I finished.
What about the strawberries over there? It's got strawberries. I'm going to put them on the grill as well. Because they might be funny, they're a bit hard and they're out of season, aren't they? So put them on the grill and we'll have toasted strawberries. Yeah. Or something. Softens them up. They're quite nice actually, aren't they? Especially with yogurt or something and afterwards. So the thing about this diet I'm on, I can eat as much as I like as regarding fatty food. But I'm not allowed any carbs or whatsoever. Well, 30 grams a day, they say.
Up to 50.
Yeah. No, that's once you're in keto.
You are on keto.
Well, just. I have to do a pee test every day. You got to pee on a strip of paper. And if it's purplish, I mean, I've got ketones. That means I'm in keto, which means I'm burning fat instead of, sugars. Which has got to be a good thing when you're fat. Because, yeah. Now, when was it on this keto diet last time?
We did it together last time. We did it together.
Oh, we did it together, Candy. She's just a fat bugger and all. But she's not anymore, she's skinny because... Yeah. Oh, you're a little bit fat, aren't you? She's squidgy around the edges. No, she's not fat at all, actually. She was a bit squidgy around the edges before. But anyway, she went on this diet with us. And really support me, really, to be fair. And... I lost about 20 kilos at that time. I'd already lost a bit before we started the diet, didn't I? Then I lost about 20 kilos. So, yeah, it does work. The only thing is you suffer. No alcohol.
No, I can't.
No beer. No spirits. It's just dispiriting.
I know I can't help you.
And as she can't, because she's had operations and stuff, you know. She's had her soul removed. Oh, mind your eyes, that's nice though. I've got knives in their eyes.
That might end up in your eyes, not mine.
You probably heard that. Tim Davie of the BBC, the Director General, a Tory stooge, just like Richard Sharp, who gave the Tories £400,000 and organised that loan to Alexander Boris the Fleffel Johnson. Was it the Flaffle? Oh, so he says, he says that the executive helped their teams deliver flawlessly work that is truly impartial. Unless you're a Tory, of course, because they certainly are not. And it is in good and fair balance, they say, the BBC. Well, this situation has proved that it is not fair and balanced, and it certainly is not impartial, the BBC. No, clearly not. So, yeah. Oh, she's cooking strawberries now. Oh, they have a fraise tartiflette, or the fraise lafette or something. What would it be called? It's like a strawberry tart.
Eh?
Fraise?
Tart?
A tart de fraise or fraise de heart, oh no. Tartiflette.
Fraise de citron.
Put in the strawberries because they're hard. They're out of season. Then I can always tell because obviously too white.
How that work?
It works though. Something else that's great with strawberries is balsamic vinegar. Try it if you haven't. It brings the flavour of strawberries out. Just don't put balsamic vinegar if you're putting strawberries in your yoghurt because it just curdle it. That'll separate it. Everyone said, oh, you cut the strawberries? Why not? Just when they're hard and out of season. We do grow strawberries. We were actually in the garden earlier. And Caroline's took down one of the old greenhouses that the winds attacked and sorted that out. So you've got rid of those strawberries. Ah, tart with Fraser. So tart all for us. If I couldn't have a beer, or at least at the weekend, and my bacon, you would hear about a strange new cult rising up in Portugal, created by a mad half-German Iberian. Oh dear. No vino, I'm not allowed wine. No vino. No alcohol at all. Unfortunately. And I do like a drink, but there you go. She says it's saving a load of money, so we can have strawberries and stuff. And prawns. To be fair, actually, we were spending quite a bit on alcohol.
We?
Yeah, we. Well, you are part of the cause, Caroline. That's why I have to drink alcohol. You're the reason why I was drinking. She just said she's the one should be drinking. Probably.
Hey?
I can't argue with that, can I, really? You do go through hell, don't you, with me, really? Poor thing. It keeps disappearing. You're the reason that you're drinking. I know. You really look in fairness and partiality with Chichi man running things. Chichi man running it? Since the 60s, things have deteriorated since Chichi man legalised. I don't know what that means, sorry. Grilled strawberries, yep. No vino, sorry. No vino. Otherwise I would be. Triggered! There they are. I'm just scrolling up. Oh, hello, Mrs. Allshorts. There she is. She stuck the face again. Oh, she's always eating, that woman is. She eats more than I do.
Healthy.
Hell, it is healthy. Yeah, you're in France. No, I know.
What?
We're in France and no wine. Shocking, and the wine is so cheap. Actually, I've uploaded the video. Actually, it's gone at 3 o'clock. A little bit of a tour around the wine section in the supermarket. It's so cheap. Even the cheap stuff isn't horrendous.
I do remember when we first came over, the boys used to buy them plastic barrels. They wouldn't dream of doing it now, but...
Yeah, what I was referring to when we first moved to France, and the boys come over, our sons come over.
They were students at the time.
But they were students, and so they bought the cheapest wine they could find, and it was come in these like brown and red plastic kegs, little 5 litre kegs of wine. A bit of a mix. Sometimes it was okay, it was drinkable, other times it was like vinegar, it was awful. And I was like, how much was that? It was about, for 5 litres, it was about...
€3.99.
Yeah, it was about €4, wasn't it? For 5 litres, this sort of wine. You got you drunk. What more do you want? But you can get a very drinkable bottle of wine for under €4. Other than that, you know, you can get bottles of wine for €1.50. So it was €1.50 or €1.70 we saw the other day.
Something like that. You've got some more expensive stuff in the attic.
I've got a little collection upstairs. Because when we go out in camper and go to the vineyards and what have you, and they'd always stay there, and then you feel compelled to buy wine. So you buy like, a box of 6 wine or something from their vineyard. Yeah, it's not expensive. €4 or €5 a bottle, and you buy 6 bottles. And still got them. How many bottles have we got up there now? 30?
They are the same. I
don't know all the same. I know all the same wine.
We only keep one of each. I think we've got about 30 up there.
About 30 bottles of wine.
But we haven't been anywhere since COVID.
No. But we will. We will. Is it me or were you over prison? You want that?
I'd want anything like that.
No. I'm going to put my plate because I was just going to burn. It's burning.
Polish, not.
I think you put everything on too early, darling. Right.
Well, usually you would have been eating it, but you've been talking. So.
Jabba, 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 jabba. That's what you do. Right, I'll just stick everything on there. In fact, I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah, turn it off.
We'll turn the grill off. Save some electric. Scots wouldn't be glad about that, considering they're paying more for electric than the English. It's not very good, is it? Considering they're producing most of it. Did read somewhere they're producing 52% of the electric. I don't know if I'm convinced about that, but chili. You've got to have your chili.
Strawberry.
Well, never had chili on a strawberry. That's a really valid point, Caroline. Where's my fork gone? Sorry.
You can't have chili and strawberry.
I'm going to try chili on a strawberry. Right.
No.
No, we'll have a little bit. You don't know until you try. You've got to try these things. Okay, a little bit of chili, but then a bit of Tabasco. What do you reckon? Is that do you reckon that'll work?
No.
You don't. You wouldn't. You don't like chili anyway. You're not keen on chili. I think the chili was overpowered by the strawberry. Duke Vengeance says that's just blasphemy against my favourite berry. Oh, black pepper works apparently. We've got any black pepper? Well, we've got ground black pepper, haven't we?
Yeah, black pepper.
We haven't got the what's it, have we?
We've got powder black pepper. I don't know if I've got anything grind. I have, but...
That stuff will turn a beardless man into a husky. Time stops when you drink it. Oh my god. The chilies that we've got in the God, they're really strong. The ones we froze a couple of years ago, they're really strong. Moonshine wine and well, I used to do a bit of little distilling.
No, not any grinding pepper.
No grinding pepper.
Pepper,
No, we used to do a bit of distilling. So we used to make mash up using like basically yeast, sugar, and water, and get the yeast get the percentage up to about 17 to 18% with this stronger yeast. Because most wine yeasts they die at around 13 to 15%. So and then I would then distill that. Use 2 ways I've done it in the past. One, we used to have an electric still, which is actually like they call it a water purifier, but it's actually a still. And before that, I had one that was made out of 2 plastic barrels, so it went inside each other with a heater in it, and it condensates the inner barrel would be heated up, and the fluid, the mash would then condense on the outside of the outer barrel, and that would be your alcohol. And you have to be careful, because though obviously the bad bit that makes you go blind, you don't want that bit. No, it's not good. Take care, Joe. Chocolate and strawberries. Oh, I do have some chocolate. I've got some strong chocolate. In France, you get these little things that are like you probably got in the UK as well, actually. It's like a chocolate fountain thing.
Yeah, you do in the UK as well.
Yeah, I do in the UK as well, do you? So you stick your fruit on sticks into your little chocolate fountain. Hello, Brian. I don't know. What do you think about what has happened regarding Gary Lineker? I think he's a bit of a hero, really, because I think it's bigger than just Gary Lineker's tweets. It's the fact that he stood up against not just the British broadcasting conservatives, but also the Conservatives as well, and their horrible immigration, refugee, stop the small boats and all that. They've tried so many times, haven't they? Priti Patel, she tried certain bills. They passed a bill about 11 months ago. That hasn't worked. No, we've got more people coming over by little boats than we did before Brexit. Funny that, isn't it? I'm the same in that. I'm no football fan. I don't watch football. I don't follow it or anything. But this, I know everyone's talking about Gary Lineker, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. But I have to admit, it has been quite powerful, and it has been a bit of a. They thought it was a dead cat, but all it's done is put our focus on the Tories and Richard Sharp. By that 36 odd Tory MPs kicking off, lobbying the BBC and giving Gary Lineker a hard time, what have you. That's backfired. That's got to be a good thing, And like I say, I don't follow football like you don't, Annette. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really do. Where's Jesus hated? Oh no, we just hated. Oh yes. Ian Duncan Donut Nose Picker Smith hated being called a Nazi. Well, he is a Nazi. He used government powers to stop disability activists from saying it on Twitter. Ooh, I didn't even know that. Blimey. I want to talk a bit about disability in my live stream next Sunday. And my dear wife, who's over there, she's making me another coffee. Yeah. She's making me another coffee. She's good, isn't she? Anyway, she's going to join us for the stream for about an hour. Do you reckon, Don?
Yeah,
about an hour. And we're going to talk a little bit about disability. Because of our son, but also because Caroline worked in a school. She used to care for a disabled lass, young girl in a wheelchair. But it's bad enough having a disability, especially if you're in a wheelchair, but then to be told and you've got to jump through hoops to try and get a bit of help. We were quite fortunate in Norfolk. The school, our son's school, was absolutely brilliant, weren't they?
The head teacher?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if the schools opened up to a lot more different.
Yeah, our son, he stood precedents really for changes within our schools, Broughton High School. Absolutely brilliant they were. And if it wasn't for Matthew and us pushing with Matthew to stay in mainstream school, because they wanted to put him into Clare School, was it Clare?
Mentally and physically disabled.
Yeah, it was a school for mentally and physically disabled. Well, there's nothing wrong up there in my... okay, sometimes I disagree, but there's nothing wrong with my son's brain. Not at all. He's got degrees.
He's got 2 degrees.
2 degrees he's got, so... yeah, 2 degrees, yeah. a little dancing and then sing a song. But yeah, he's got 2 degrees. He might not achieve that if they put him in that school. But saying that, it would have been good for the students in that school to have somebody like Matthew and other pupils that would be good for them, but not good for Matthew.
But don't you think it's good for him going to mainstream school because it's then good for the children in the mainstream school?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if you heard that, but Caroline just said she thinks it's also good for the fellow students in mainstream school as well. So that was actually everyone had positive, and he did get a lot of support, but also a lot of support from the fellow students in Borden High School.
All the way through.
Yeah, it was actually a really good experience, and the Borden High School was absolutely brilliant. They really were good, and at the time, the fact they said, okay, then we'll do what we can, and he got a bit of support, didn't he? He got somebody to help and what have you as well, because obviously he can't walk. So it was good. It was really, really good, and it was heartwarming. It really was heartwarming, and we got a lot of support. Matthew at the time was very interested in doing wheelchair racing and stuff like that.
Cooking.
And cooking and all that. Yeah. So he got assistance there. Managed to get my racing wheelchair. Lot of charity support, weren't there, for that? A company called, was it Draft? We had to go up there, didn't we? Yasmin was sick in the back of the car.
Yeah. The only negative thing about that is that Matthew's dream was to race and go in the London Marathon, and there wasn't ever a category for him to go in.
Yeah, well, what Caroline just said at the time when, I don't know if it's changed or not, has it changed at all? No, it hasn't. Matthew was doing his wheelchair racing, his training, how he had all the special gloves on, special wheelchair and that, you know. And but he couldn't get past the criteria to enter the marathon. He was doing half marathons and some in the 5 mile and stuff, weren't he? But
he wanted to do London.
We wanted to do the London Marathon, but he couldn't get past the criteria because it's too strict against. There wasn't a category for him. There wasn't a category for Matthew to participate, was there? So and once that, it just pulled the rug out from underneath him, and he lost hope in it, really, didn't he? He stopped. So yeah. Thing is, I thought I learned these.
Because your show next week.
There's only a few people on there, Don, so it doesn't matter. So IDS doesn't like being called a Nazi, but he is a Nazi. Yeah, well said, Annette. Yeah, yes, it threw up a big mirror to the Tory party. It did, and all those involved, and all those who sail upon that sinking ship. Hello, Brian. And yes, he has the right to speak out on his Twitter, just like everybody else has. And at the end of the day, his contract is still abiding by the rules that was set by the BBC. He didn't break any rules. Got 2 coffees now. Frothy coffee. And a colder one. So yeah, he was fully within his rights. Like I say, I'm no football fan, but I have to admit that did, yeah. I don't know. It gave me confidence in people again, human nature. Because when you're doing this lark, I feel like I'm constantly talking about negativity all the time. And it can be a bit depressing.
Yeah, you're often depressed.
I don't think you heard that. She says, I'm often depressed. Caroline, have you put 2 and 2 together? I'm only depressed when I'm around you.
That's okay then. So it's okay if I go back for 3 weeks to look after Yasmin?
Do you want to say that again?
So it's okay if I go back to the UK for 3 weeks to look after my youngest daughter when she has her baby?
First it was about a week, 10 days.
No, it wasn't.
Then it was 2 weeks. And now she's saying 3 weeks.
But you said you don't like
As long as you don't expect me to feed the dogs.
Pardon?
And walk the dogs. I have to do everything.
Like what?
God, and Bennett.
I put 3 duvets in different quilt covers, you know.
Oh, she's to prepare my... I hate changing duvet covers. I am absolutely terrible with things like duvet covers. The rest of the house is fine. It wasn't too bad, was it? Something got back, was it? I was busy doing work in the house anyway. And but I absolutely hate Avengers changing. It seems like a complete waste of time. The room set because the dogs had jumped on and made it all hairy anyway. Yeah, I don't like doing. Yeah, no.
So I've got three duvets, so I can put 3 different covers on 3 different duvets, and you can just change them.
So she's preparing me with 3 different duvets, all ready to go, so I can easily swap them over.
Do you want me to do the pillowcases as well?
You need to do the pillowcases as well. She just said it. You heard her.
You just have to do the sheet.
What? Can I have 3 separate beds?
Well, you can. Well, there'll be 3, so you can jump in a different room each week.
I could do that.
Could do that instead.
Yeah, that's an idea. So when you get back, it's just like dog hair everywhere.
You don't usually have dogs in our front room.
No. Not in the guest room. Oh, we were actually the room in the front of the house. That used to be use it for Airbnb, but then we got COVID and what have you, and that as well. And then we realised we're not that sociable.
Oh, there's a lovely lady here, Antoine. She says that she travelled to Canada with her daughter when her daughter had her children, and I should go. She said you'll survive.
I won't have time for live streams, you know, or make any videos.
Yes,
There'll be no time at all. No, I'll be too busy changing my bed linen.
No, you won't. And don't tell them that I'll have 3 weeks worth of washing when I come back, because you don't use the washing machine.
I might have to buy some extra socks. I do use a washing machine. Of course I use a washing machine.
Unless you're going to shower with your clothes on, so it will be summertime.
Oh, so that's what I'll be doing then. This will make you laugh. It's a lazy bugger that I am. I'm not actually lazy, am I, to be fair? I do a lot of stuff.
That was actually when I went back for 3 weeks before, just after COVID.
Yeah, when Caroline went back to the UK, I say back, when she visited the UK, you live here, Caroline, just to let you know, when you come back here. Or you're supposed to. 3 weeks? 3 weeks? That sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that film. Anyway, your head's got to explode in a minute and it's going to like... Well, anyway, you have to see the film to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, I've got a habit. If it's sunny and warm, you see, I have about two or 3 showers a day when it's hot. Coming out because I've got a downstairs shower, and then working in the workshop, covered in dust and sticky and smelly and all that. So the shower, and I'll shower with my clothes on and just as soon as you go outside again, it's dry.
You just put my linen.
Yeah, no. If it's in the evening, I'll put them on the linen horse because then I'll give him a onesie. I'll be in my Star Wars onesie, my Chewbacca onesie. Yeah. So anyway, I'll be in that. You see, my clothes will be drying on the clothes horse for the following days. See, I've washed them in the shower. You see, scrub them up, kick them out with my feet, and that's done.
We've got a dishwasher, so you don't have to do the washing up.
The dishwasher won't be the problem. I'll be absolutely honest, Caroline. The dishwasher does a better job of the washing up than what you do when you're using the dishwasher, because I actually clean it. Now tell me that's not true.
Well, I do other jobs.
Oh, that's just whataboutery.
And I took the greenhouse down.
She did that. She just went out in the garden. Tell me what the hell. God, how he said. You did hear what Gary Lineker did? He tweeted after he'd just been reinstated. Another job at the government, I say to her. And there she is. She took the greenhouse down that we need to take down, didn't you? That was a pleasant surprise, I must say. You are quite good ready, aren't you? Yeah. It's not all true what I say about her behind the back.
And your friend Brian says changing a bed and changing a duvet and 5 pillowcases takes a maximum of 20 minutes. So.
Thanks for the support, Brian. No, but you make me sound really lazy. I am so busy all the while.
No, you're always doing your live stream and your videos and things.
Yeah, and obviously I've got to do a bit of concreting today as well.
Oh, and you do take the doggies for a walk and feed them.
She came back the other day after buggering off all day.
Where'd I go? The zoo?
Went to the zoo. She went to the flippin' zoo, left me at home. She came home, started moaning at me because I hadn't fed the dogs at that point. But I lit the fire for her. Not for me, for her. There I was, rubbing the sticks together like that I was. Well, no matches. You know it's true. I used a battery drill actually. Spun it into... No, obviously, yeah. There. Oh, thank you. Annette says, oh, you two are a lovely Barney couple. Alright, Barney. It was Barney Rubble. Oh, Wilma. Wilma.
Probably why we're still together after 34 years.
34 years of torture. Oh my God, the things I've had to endure in 34 years of torture. No, Barney mad. Oh my God, that's a weird stream, isn't it?
I do look after you.
Yeah, no, you're very good actually. You're very good to me.
I'm always making coffee.
Yeah, she's yeah. Susan DeWitt says, Caroline, this sounds so familiar. You would think hubby had climbed Everest doing some of the things that they take for granted. Are you implying that I take my dear wife for granted? Oh dear me. Oh dear, drink water. I have to admit that Caroline, you are very good, aren't you? You do work very
Someone sent me some condolences.
Condolences.
Brian.
Oh, Brian. I have to admit though, you're not always the most practical person, are you?
Everyone's got to have their faults, haven't they?
If she does like spring clean, she starts with the floor.
I'm going.
Can you remember when we built that extension in Sal House? Kitchen extension. Can you remember that?
I couldn't get spade in.
She was using a ladle. Actually, it was a serving spoon, wasn't it? It was a serving spoon.
It was a ladle.
Oh, it was a ladle. To get the soil out of the footings.
That was
Ridiculous
actually when it
footings.
got quite deep and we couldn't get a spade in there.
Could get a spade in there. That was silly. That was for the drains, actually. When it was the drains.
Why didn't they?
She was using a ladle. I can't believe it. What?
Anyhow,
She's off now. She's running off now. She's like, oh, don't run away, Dan. Love you.
I'm because I'm washing it a lot.
Oh, what the jobs that I take for granted? You talk about the jobs I take for granted.
No, I just washed them. I washed the curtains and do them.
Hello, Aztec. I hope you well. Hi, all in the chat. Hi, Marcus. Mrs. Marcus. There's Mrs. Marcus. Hello, Mrs. Marcus. Oh my God, there's butt.
Hello.
She says hello. Oh dear. Got to laugh, and you didn't laugh, you cry, wouldn't you? Everything that's going on in the world at the moment. It's quite frightening, some of it. If you killed him on the wedding night, you'd be out now. Brian says, Caroline, you got to hear this. If you killed me on the wedding night, you'd be out by now. Nah, she's a good sort. She puts up with me in my highs and lows. Sir Larry, afternoon, says Alistair Kett. Oh, Larry! Sir Larry the Cat. That's funny. So once you cross the 20-year mark, gloves are off. Yeah, we've been together 34 odd years, or married 34 years. Been together longer than that. We got together in 1989. And the story goes, I think I might have told you the story before. The story goes that me and the missus, well, actually the story goes, the week before me and the missus got together, I was helping my brother-in-law, who is how to put it, a bit of a thief, criminal, horrible piece of work. Got two brother-in-laws like that. Used to steal car stereos and stuff like that. Anyway, I went out with him, and I didn't know what he was like at the time, not to that degree anyway. I sort of found out afterwards. And we went out to I think it was it the Tudor or Peppermint Park? On Tudor Hill, anyway, in Norwich. And went there for the night. Went there the week before and somebody who was seen the week before, they were fighting and scrapping in outside. When we left, we thought, oh, that was interesting. And while we were in there, actually, she was trying to pick fights with Caroline, get pulling her hair and stuff. And Caroline's so tame. Yeah, I've tamed her. She was tame actually before I got her. But anyway, we're in the nightclub anyway. Went home, ended up going home with Caroline, and never went to my home again. The parents were concerned. Oh, where has he gone? They've stole my Marcus. Oh, my little boy. I hope he's all right. Yeah. Well, obviously wasn't wrong because we're still together. And Caroline puts up with me, and Caroline had a bit of a hard time as well because her previous, she's been married before. You see, she's a little bit older than me. Yeah, and her previous husband was a nasty. He's a scheduled offender, but basically a paedophile. So yeah, horrible piece of work. No, it's got me. That's me spent. And I've got my bit of yoghurt. And my strawberries that probably cooled down there, but at least they're soft. Don't recommend buying strawberries at the moment. Out of season. Tourist code features right in there. You should be eating turnips. Expecting tomatoes in the winter. Oh, how dare we? I'm scooping the yoghurt out with a flipping fork. What a stupid thing, I've got a spoon over there. Big onion. Oh dear. All fun, isn't it, eh? Brian says I'm with Caroline about the housework. Okay. The people in the UK government have degrees and no common sense. You're 100% right, Paul. They haven't lived the real life, have they? You know, Jeremy Hunt this morning was saying, well, he was saying that, when he didn't finish his education, he'd started a business. It was the best thing he did. Well, I was watching Jeremy Hunt this morning. I'm a bit of a, I watch the mannerisms and stuff like that. And to me, he was very breathy, like he's holding back. And that's not like him. And also, he was shifty. He was being shifty. He did not look comfortable. I don't think he actually believed or agreed with actually what he was actually saying himself. That's how I took it. He was just towing his party line. He wants to keep his job, basically. God, he was so brilliant. He's like, I thought he was seriously ill at one point. But again, Tories are, aren't they? That's for the dogs. Dogs think about that and that. My Wally. Oh, he's over there in the basket, I think he said. He's in a basket, just over there, cuddled up he is. My little Wally. He's a lovely little ferris, Wally. So we've got a load of trees to put back into the field over there, ready to go. So they need to be going in. So that'd be good. So you'll be getting enough root before the weather dries. It's very wet at the moment. We had a lot of rain recently, all at once. We hadn't had much rain up until now, which is a bit of a problem. Golden Wonder potatoes for roasting. What? You know what I miss about Ireland? Sausages and rashers of back bacon. Yum. I'll tell you something I wouldn't miss in Ireland at the moment is all that poop. No, people are getting sick. Apparently, in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, that is. And their sewage works are public, not private. Oh, nice one, cheers, Smith. I've sorted my anyone who was on the stream last night, I was having a bit of problem with the synchronisation. And in fact, every time Lee was recommending alterations to my he's making it worse. I was only +4, not 950 out. Yeah, I sorted it out last night. I basically recorded a little clip of video. I put it into my editing software, separated the audio, synced the audio, and then it tells me the difference, how far out it was. And it was basically ahead by +4 milliseconds, which isn't a lot. So I sorted it anyway. I don't know why all of a sudden it changed, because it was a bit odd. It was funny. I know. Sorry. Oh dear. The thing that throws me, when I get kind of, that rug get pulled out from underneath, I've lost all track of what I'm doing. I thought, oh my God. So then the whole plan for the evening sort of goes to pot. And when you spend quite a bit of time sort of like planning, I feel set up on the computers and stuff like that in front of me. And once that one thing has been pulled out of all, the whole thing falls like a pack of cards. Falls like a pack of cards, it does. Is the poop from the DUP? Not shutting up. Oh my giddy aunt. That'd be Sammy Wilson. We're going on about homosexuals. That's what it'll be. The UK Tories blame everyone else and never look at themselves. Yeah, exactly. And the UK got swept up in this blame all their woes on the immigrants and trans. Yeah. Well, I can't remember her name now, but there was a trans woman reading. Remember, Carol? It was last year. Yeah. That trans woman got a load of in Norwich.
Yeah.
Just reading like kids' books.
Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember who it was, but it's got like a tranny type name.
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember her name now. Anyway, but there's no harm whatsoever. And, I think we're all different in this world. We have all. I have plenty of oddities and what have you. And you've got trans people, and you've got nutty people, got black people, got yellow people, other brown people, ugly people. I don't know. We're a mixture. And there's like that song, isn't it? What's the name of the group now? I've got the record. Chuck them all in the melting pot. Yeah, that's the name of the song. I can't remember the group. What's the name of the group? 1962, was it? Oh, the group. Oh, crikey! I've got my brain's gone. But it's Human League. Totally wrong era. No, don't take that. Please don't. No. Oh, crikey. Anyways, I've got a great big old melting pot. In some ways, it was actually the lyrics were a little bit racist, actually. And they put me in a big melting pot and come out coffee coloured people by the score. That's what we need.
It's not racist.
We need preeminent. No, that isn't. No. There's some of the terminology they use to describe Chinese people and sorry. Different ethnicities and what have you. Some of the terminologies were a little bit racist, Callum. To today's standards, but the message was strong. The message is right. Coffee coloured people by the score. So that's what we need. We need is that prima noctua?
Oh.
We need first we need to breed out the Tories.
Blue mink.
Blue mink. That's it. Blue mink. Yeah.
Oh, someone's given us €20 for the new baby.
Oh, lovely. New baby? What new baby? You tell me something. Are you pregnant? How can that be possible? You got to do something first.
Your 10th grandchild.
10th grandchild.
4th from Yasmin.
And 4th from my youngest. I can't talk though. We've got 6. So yeah. 6 kids. I can't say anything because she's still there. She's gone now. I can talk.
6 lovely children. They're all really lovely.
6 lovely children. They are good kids. I've got to admit.
You're very lucky.
So we are quite lucky. We fled to France. We fled to France, didn't we? So we didn't become like the automatic babysitters.
Yeah, but
every single night.
Never. We've got some hair I babysit for.
We have got some. Yeah, one of our boys lives in France.
So I babysit twice a week.
Yeah, we've got 4 boys and 2 girls. And 10 grandchildren. Oh my giddy aunt.
But this is only the second grandson. so they're all girls.
Yeah, and all the grandchildren are girls, but this new one in a few weeks' time is a boy.
And Jack, remember Jack?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jack.
He's been having wine as well, he's 12.
Oh, you can forgive me. Jack Monroe's a woman.
Huh?
Jack Monroe's a woman. And, you know, it's a unisex name, you see.
I'm pretty sure your grandson Jack is a boy.
Oh dear. I'm not going to live that one down. I'm not. I get confused. There's just too many of them. I can't keep up. Oh, dear. The stress, the worry. The missus is already there and will be demanding photos. Yep.
Nine of them in the last 6 years. Well, 8 of them in the last 6 years.
I'm sure we can put photographs, as long as Jasmine will be fine with that.
Oh, Jasmine got
Yeah, she'll be fine. So, Marcus, they just like to keep the people divided, and it's like 6, 9. It's the same, number, but different points of view. That's the only way they can keep themselves in power. But they're losing, aren't they? They are lost the plot. The Tories have completely and utterly lost the plot. They thought that putting pressure on the BBC with that's great. That'll work for us. Yeah. You know, we've got the support of the people, they say. They say the people want to stop the little boats. They say, stop the boats. They've got it written on the lectern. 3-word slogan they have. Stop the boats. Like, you know, wash, scrub and soften or other. Space, face, haste. I don't know, something like that. God. Oh, these people, the Tories, they are absolutely terrible. What can you say? I don't know. I really don't know what you can say, really, to be honest. Oh, cheers, Brian, for Caroline and the new baby. Oh, for you, Caroline. What, there's the exchange fee.
Pardon?
No, obviously not. Oh, dear. Capital T. Too much caffeine too soon. What Duke, are you angry today? Are you sure it's not the caffeine?
No, because if I send you these via Messenger, can you then show people?
We've got pictures over there of grandchildren. I can't do it on there, I don't think. Oh my God! That's a funny face. Yeah, my little granddaughter, little Grace. Oh my God, that's a face. Well, what's the place called? It's in London, and it's like a space. She's into science. She really is into science. She's only a tot. What's the place called, Karen? It's a space. It's like a space centre in London. Anyway, they get to dress up as spacemen and stuff. That's my little Grace. You can see it there. Light shine it. See that face?
Can we find you another one?
That's little Grace. And there she is. She's got her hand in one of those weird things. She's doing experiments on monkeys in that one. Yeah, she's about vaccine. It's like an auditorium and there's all these like things dangling about. Spaceships and stuff. Oh. She's a little darling. I do love Grace. And she was born here. Oh, the other little one there with the hairdo. That's little Toshi.
Can I find Lena?
Oh my God, just turn your phone off. That phone doesn't like me. Caroline, have you ever heard about cleaning your phone? Because your screen's all greasy. I'm cleaning my phone while I'm saying that. Or my second phone.
There's 3 of them.
Oh dear, a little bit that way around. A bit that way, no, not really. That's a little Grace, little Toshi, little Nain. The Nain is the orange thing.
Numbers.
Oh, there's a number. Apparently, that's a number block. I ain't got a clue what a number block is, but it's a number block.
No, she's something.
Yeah, and that was a Toshi. She a cat.
Yes.
And little Grace. It's Grace's birthday soon. I went to London and at that space centre place. So they had a nice time. Too much caffeine. You can't have too much caffeine. The problem is, Marcus, I don't like any of the current political parties. They just say what is, like they follow the party, the party's line. It seems to me they're just following the same rhetoric. It seems, and I know people tell me that Labour's got to do what they've got to do to get in, but I don't think it's good enough. I really don't think it's good enough. Honesty. And Caroline will tell you, I hate lying. I hate when people lie. I've got a real beam of bonnet about it, and it's just not right. And we shouldn't expect that as a norm, especially in any government. And if Labour gets in and they start lying, all they'll do is backfire on them. It is. You're right, Paul.
That's the little one running away.
Oh, okay.
She's gone to visit her friend, apparently.
This little Tochi. Nana?
Nana.
No, little Nana. She's decided that she got stuff all dressed up, ready to go, and then buggered off. Just,
Yes,
my daughter had to go and run after her and go and get her. Because she decided, I'm going to go and visit people.
I think she might have to lock the door in future.
We're concerned when your daughter says, I have nothing, I'm off.
I think she might need a lock on the door.
Yeah, you need a lock on that door, definitely. Put a chain on the child. What about lead boots?
Oh, you can't lock a child like that.
You can't eat a baby. What was that? Bad Grandpa. You can't post a child. If you haven't seen Bad Grandpa, you need to watch Bad Grandpa. It's got the guy out of I forgot his name now. Oh my God, what's his name? The guy in Bad Grandpa. Jackass geezer, him. Anyway, it's an absolutely hilarious film, and everybody in the film, a lot of people in the film don't know what's going on around him, and it's just like he's doing all these pranks on people, but it's made into like a film. It's absolutely brilliant, hilarious. Anyway, he tries to post his grandchild in a box. And the box kept moving, and there he is in the DHL or one of them, with the American version, which would be the I can't remember now. Anyway, he'd be trying to post his grandchild, and the box kept shifting and moving, and all of a sudden it opens up, and he said, "No, you can't post a child." Oh, it was funny. I love that sort of thing. And he got his winky caught on a Coke machine, so you got to watch it. What was I growing up? I had family saying, I'd rather be a piano player in a brothel than a politician. Way more honour. I'd rather be in a brothel too.
You haven't got time.
I haven't got time, no. That's what Mrs. says. She says, no, you wouldn't. You haven't got time. What's the song? Blue Mink, Melting Pot. That was Blue Mink. Melting Pot. Here's a great big melting pot. Oh, what was it now? Throw in all the... That's when the naughty language comes in a little bit.
A little bit of white man.
A little bit of white man, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then what you get, you stir them up and what have you, and get coffee-coloured people by the school. Well, it's kind of like that. That ice is getting thinner and thinner. Probably no. We've been together too long now. The thing is, we know each other. Yeah, she's terrible. They had to introduce. They had to introduce can't post humans because it was cheaper to pay postage to send your child to visit their granny than a train fare. You get a little straw at the box. Oh dear. And some cheese strings. Oh God. Bad Grandpa. Brilliant film. It's hilarious. Oh, it's a bit like caught on camera as well, all at the same time. He's in his cafe, right, with his grandson and that, and obviously ate something he shouldn't have eaten, and what have you, when he went out the night before and sort of like doing a dance with the strippers. Too much information. And then he's all of a sudden, he gets, oh, got one coming, we've got the farts, pulling up faces and stuff like that. And he gets up in there, obviously it's all staged, he gets up in the cafe, but the people in the cafe don't know this, And then he gets, it's going to have a fart, and it wasn't. He shouted. I went, all up the wall it did, and people turned. That they were. Oh my God, what's going on? But see, they don't know. You said it was all staged. Yeah, it was funny. Obviously, you'd had to get some intellectual property, signatories after the fact. I'd have thought. Oh, by the way, we're doing a film. Yeah. Sign here. It's either that they took the fingerprints off the mug from the breakfast. Voting now opened for the next First Minister. Oh, it's Scotland. It's opened as it. Oh God, that's an interesting one. I don't know who's going to be the minister, First Minister, Scotland.
It's on this afternoon live.
That's live, is it?
Yeah. on Sky, I think. They advertised it earlier.
Oh, okay. So you mean, what do you mean it's live? You mean they've been just opened the vote, haven't they?
Yeah. They're debates.
Oh, the debates. Oh,
I
okay.
think there's 3 ministers and there's 3 debates. A bit like they do here, where they have a...
Well, Sturgeon's going to be a hard act to follow. She really is.
Is this a noise?
No, not at all. You can't. It's the direction of the microphone, so it'll be fine. I don't think you can hear that. Oh dear. Yeah, so it's fun, isn't it? Brian says that ice is getting thinner and thinner. Yeah, the ice is going to break, and you're going to kill me or something, or divorce me.
No, I'm going on holiday soon.
She says that's okay. She's going on holiday and I was visiting the children, looking after babies. I skip. Yeah, I skipped that one. Oh, so it voted at 12 UK time. Oh, okay. A few hours ago now then. So now it's
Sky.
even what time is, to be honest. It was about 3:20 past 3 here in France. 12 o'clock it started in the UK. For Scotland's voting. So some just hope whoever's chosen is for the right reasons. I just think that Sturgeon was quite a formidable character. She made mistakes, like all politicians make mistakes, but on the whole, I think she was good for Scotland. I really do. Oh, okay. There was more updates regarding Gary Lineker. Oh no, they've sacked him again because of his last tweet.
They haven't.
I don't know. I just made it up.
I don't think they dare.
No. He's another one. He's obviously rather formidable. He's stuck to his guns. Yeah. Oh, his I don't know if you saw it yesterday. His son George was. He tweeted yesterday saying how proud he was of his dad to stick by what was right. You know, in his thoroughly decent manner. I think Gary Lineker is. He's proved that, hasn't he? He's not going to be turned. You know, not even for £1.4 million. Good on him. He'd rather go and walk his dog and ignore the press. Get in his car, maybe. I don't know. It was so funny when I saw that. Why on earth did they put that on the news? Him coming out of his house, and there they are trying to talk to him, and he's just, I'm sorry, I can't talk. And he's very polite. And they just got in his car and drove off. Or they drove off. So I have to admit, that was that's just ridiculous. Why would you? That's not even news. That's not even a glimmer of news. Maybe put something there that's important. Maybe the fact that Suellen de Villa is trying to push for a bill that victimises the suffering. Sorry? As a dead cat, she says. Well, Suellen Braben's doing a little straw man argument as well, isn't she? It's just, she's unreal. That woman is. Jeez. We thought we had it bad with pretty awful Patel, and then we got Suellen Braverman. It's like the frying pan into the fire. And even Richie Sunak, I know he's more so-called, more diplomatic and all that, but he's a he's a snake. He's a Sioux snake, that's what he is. And did he look shifty? When he got caught out, and when he was in the interview, and he was in that factory, wasn't he? Standing there, I can't remember what factory it was, but it was a factory. And he was standing there being interviewed by someone, I think it was Sky News. And he was standing there, giving it all his rhetoric, and she asked him a difficult question about his wife, the nod-on status, and the fact that she's receiving dividends from, Russian business, and the fact that her father's in business, which she's got 3 or 6% shares in this, which earns her crazy amounts of money. Emphasis. And she soon tried to bet, that's my wife's business. It's got nothing to do. What's it got something to do with you, you toe rag? God's sake! It's everything to do with you. You're married to it and you're profiting from it. You've got your new swimming pool. You've got, your underground or swimming pools. Sorry?
Solar panels.
Solar panels?
Yeah.
You got solar panels?
For a swimming pool.
Oh, for a swimming pool. Well, I thought you rearranged the grid. Oh, yeah, they rearranged the grid with more solar and what have you so you can heat the swimming pool. Oh, my God. Anyway, this man is just, he's a con. He's just another conman. That's all he is. Foul individual. Oh, dear. What about Fiona Bruce as well? Justifying Oh, crikey. Boris Johnson's line up for peerage, such as Stanley Johnson. Oh, he only punched him once. Only went to the hospital. It only happened once. Is that okay? Is that okay? Now, I can honestly say, and I'll say it in front of the missus, I've never whacked her. No. I've never whacked my missus. I don't think you're supposed to.
It might show at me.
Oh, God, you can be stupid at times, can't you? You can be rather silly. Oh, that ice is getting even thinner now.
He blames me for things.
What happened yesterday? What did I blame you for yesterday?
You've moved your bit for your thing. You moved it. I didn't touch it. You moved it.
This little bit on the top here is new. I got this the other day. This tripod used to have a different head. It had a pan tilt head on it, which just stuck out and was really annoying. Right. To fit this, I had to chop it off and make it work, right? So I put like a big bolt in it and screw and stuff like that. So there's a quarter thread. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I had that sitting there. And I had this bit sitting with it. And guess what? It disappeared. That bit disappeared. So I came in, I was like, God, what has she done? She's moved the tripod. And obviously, she didn't shout at you at all, actually. I did not shout. You have to understand my wife is deaf, so she doesn't actually hear anything I say, so I have to speak loudly. So it's not exactly shouting, there's a difference. Shouting with anger is different than just raising your voice because you're deaf. It's not the same thing. Anyway, so this bit here was missing. It wasn't with my tripod. No. So I said, Karen, where you put it? You must put it somewhere because it was on the table. I accused her of hiding it. Hiding my balls. Yes, they had me by the balls, I tell you. But anyway, hide my ball joint thing, my rotor. Yeah, for my tripod, little mini tripod thingy. Yeah. Like, well, I went back into the office. I was about to sit down in my office on my computer and do what I do on my computer, and there it was, sitting in front of me. That bit. So obviously it was me. I obviously had it in my hand. And I had the tripod on the table, but not that bit. By blame Bill. Sorry, darling. Love you. Oh dear. Oh, he's voting now. It says Vincent. Voting is now open for the next First Minister. Oh, okay. I see a doggy. Did you see a little doggy? Did you? I've got two little doggies over there. I've got little Sebastian's on the sofa. And one, yeah, and then there's little Wally in the basket as well, curled up, snoring away. He's having a snooze. He's having a siesta. So we do that in France. I should really do that because after last night, what time did I go to bed last night? 2. No, it was past 2, wasn't it?
No, 2.
It was after 2.
Was that all right?
Yeah, it was after 2 because I was trying to sort out my sink on my computer because that was irritating me. Whatever's going on there? Fixed it though. We fixed it. Is it a 4-week holiday now, says Maximus Horton. Is it a 4-week holiday?
Sorry?
Is it a 4-week holiday?
What 4-week holiday?
I don't know, what 4-week holiday? Where are you? No more mention of dead cats. I'm getting paranoid now. This government does love the old dead cat. Just, you know, because that's pretty much what Gary Lineker was. He was that dead cat, but backfired. It got up and walked away. In fact, it ran out and called them. It did, the Tories. There, that teach them. That will teach them. Maybe they should think twice before they send in their hounds, their 36 Tory MPs, to lobby the BBC. That'll teach them. And about time they got. Oh yeah, I have to. It did make me tickle, and then yeah, faith in humanity, I would say. He's behind. What dog? I've got a dog behind me. Sometimes there is. If I'm sitting here, Wally's asleep at the moment, but if he wasn't asleep, he'd be sitting there on the chair hoping to get tidbits. He's a little pest, he is. Take care, Paul. Thanks for coming, my friend. Jeremy Clarkson got sacked from the BBC over a steak meal. Didn't he get actually sacked from the BBC because he punched someone? His producer. Was it the director or producer? It was a producer, wasn't he? That Jeremy Clarkson punched. Something like that. Maybe that was over the steak meal. A zombie cat, yep. A zombie dead cat. Oh, zombies are dead. So it'd be just a zombie cat. They're the living dead. How does it go in the little dance? That. No? Thriller. No, I can't sing. There you go. Granny can turn blue, kiddies can go hungry because can't afford the utilities, but at least a little old Richie has a warm pool to splash about in. I'm surprised he can touch the bottom. I wonder if it's a shallow pool. Is it older than the kids' pools, do you think he's got? Actually, he's about 5'7", actually, she said. He just looks tiny, though. He looks like a frail little man, doesn't he? There's nothing to him. He ain't like me. Yeah, I've got muscle. Yeah, I'm a real man, me. I know, I'm in 5'7" as well. Just. Although I was quite happy the other day. I went into the store and I realised my feet had grown. That was a good sign. I got relatively small feet. My feet had grown. Yeah, I had to get the next size up. So I didn't get any in here because they're too narrow. But
I think it's just a style.
Oh. 91 Leeds, hello there. So, hi Marcus, how's things? Fiona Bruce to step down as a refugee ambassador. Is that right? Oh my God, really? Well, she'll step down as, question time. Yeah. She said it herself. Well, they are a carefully selected audience. Yeah, I bet they are. In favour of the Tories. Well, that dinosaur woman they had on there one week, wasn't it? She had dinosaur eyes. Something strange going on there. Oh dear. Oh, so okay, Fiona Bruce. Oh, she's a British journalist apparently. I thought she was like a bit of a Tory model. Oh, she's a very attractive woman. You know, can't get away from that, I suppose. But she's got, she's just not a very nice person, really. How can you justify wife beating? Because that's what it is. That poor woman must have gone through hell, Stanley Johnson's missus. Well, but they got divorced in the end, didn't they? And then she died last year, didn't she? Stanley Johnson's mum. I think it was last year she passed away. Yeah. They are a foul family. That poor woman. I don't know what she was like as a person, but. Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, okay. Well, that pretty much says it all, don't it? You are right. Yes. In the Guardian, it says that Fiona. Don't get me wrong, Guardian is not always great. No, especially on Brexit. Not always 100% honest. I pointed that out a few times before. Anyway, Fiona Bruce to step down as refugee ambassador over Stanley Johnson comments. At least she's doing the right thing there, I suppose. Or she's got pushed out. We'll give you a choice. Either we get rid of you or you resign from being the ambassador for the poor old refugees. So the BBC Question Time presenter Fiona Bruce has said that she will step back from her role as an ambassador for the charity Refuge after claims that she had trivialised domestic violence during a discussion about Stanley Johnson during last week's programme. Now, in a statement, Fiona Bruce, she apologised that survivors of the domestic abuse had been distressed by her comments, which she said she had been legally obliged to make. Okay, but said that they had been mischaracterised by a social media storm. No, don't buy that. Anyway, Bruce said, of the Bruces, said, I have been a passionate advocate and campaigner for all survivors of domestic abuse and have used my privileged position as a woman in the public eye to bring this issue to the fore. She's a Tory. Say no more. Notably in my work for over 25 years with Refuge. But following the events of last week, I have faced a social media storm that makes you a hypocrite. Much of which mischaracterised what I said and took the form of a personal abuse directed at me. Now, to be fair, if I was to say anything about this, I would say sometimes you say things on the spur of the moment. I do it as well, to be honest. You don't necessarily think it through because everything's on the spur of the moment because, you just say it. And then think, well, maybe it wasn't the right thing to say. So there is that to it. But she didn't pull back from it at all, did she? She didn't, I think most people, maybe I shouldn't, not quite what I meant. you know, but she didn't. The only people that matter. Sorry about all the knives and forks. It's the missus, you see. Yeah, she's that ice is getting very thin. But the last thing in the world I would want is that the issue, in any way, it creates a distraction from the refugees' critical work on their behalf. And therefore, I think that the right thing to do is to step back from my role with Refuge. And this has been a hard decision for me, as I feel so strongly she does, about promoting their work, and we should do, and advancing awareness of this issue. Now, I will continue to be an active supporter, but from the sidelines for now. More details soon. So that's just, the first part. Now, my dear missus, she put up with this, abuse from her ex-husband. She's got me now. Ain't you lucky? Ain't you lucky? No, I was just saying that your ex wasn't a very nice person. No. Horrible man. Yeah, and so you know, when you get people like Fiona Bruce who demeans basically she's demeaning what you went through by saying that sort of stuff. You know, it's just shocking, really. And when you're in a position like that, and you know you've got all these people watching, you've got the audience and obviously your panel on that as well, you have a responsibility to be very, very careful about what you say. Yeah, a bit like what Gary Lineker says, what he said about whenever he posts his tweets, he reads them through several times, and if he's not confident whether he wants to send that tweet, he doesn't send it. So obviously he was very confident in what he sent. He felt it was right to do so. And his wording was quite clever. In the fact he wasn't victimising the British people as a whole or the country as a whole. He was he was...
One person.
Well, there's one person. The words, he said the words used were the same or similar, or the words used during Nazi, propaganda campaigns of Nazi Germany. So, yeah. But there you go. I suppose I better go and do some other work there, really. I've got concrete. Do you know what I've got to do? I've got to cock a bit of concrete. Caroline, you can mix the concrete. What? You're buggering off for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. She's 3 weeks.
May.
For 3 weeks in May.
May the 6th.
It's gonna be on my own. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be like a harem. It is. I'm gonna get all the lasses in. They'll all be flocking when they realise I'm on my own. In my dreams. I don't think I'll be bothered. I really can't be bothered.
The only thing you want a woman for is to do the housework.
Oh, that sounds really sexist. Do you hear what she said? She's inferring that I'm sexist. That's what you said.
Well, you're a bit.
Apparently I am a bit. Maybe I am a little bit. No, I do work hard, and also
I don't mind.
There is another thing. You see these lovely guys down here. See all these lovely guys down there. Yeah, and one little doggies and stuff. Yeah, and then there's Caroline at the sink, which belongs, and then there's. Why have a dog and bark yourself, eh? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get whacked in a minute. She scares me, she does. She frightens me. Yeah, she frightens me, don't you, darling?
I'm going to whack you.
She's violent. She is, she's violent.
Why don't whack
No, because I run faster. Their little legs, when they go like that, they go sideways. Actually, they don't, but they I made it up. Nah, she's a good lass. Anyway, I'm going to have to get on and do some work, I suppose. So it's just one last look at the chat. Oh. I'll cheers Brian for that. That's really kind of you. And I'm sure she'll buy me maybe some new t-shirts or something like that when she visits England, or maybe some underwear even. Yeah.
What's this for?
The €20 that Brian just.
That's this for the baby.
Oh. I am your baby.
No, that's just for the new baby.
Some of the old baby. Oh, okay. Oh dear.
You will find something.
There is actually pans above my head. It's literally above my head. It's a giant pan above my head. Susan. Oh dear. Yeah. No, we have a bit of a banter. Do you grow your own concrete, says son of a Viking? My name's not Mike Graham. No. Hello, my friend. I hope you're well, my boy. Oh, God. Yeah, no, we've got to do a little bit of concreting in the shower room. It's been a project been going for some while because it was so damp and wet in there. We had leaking waste pipe and a leaking froze.
I think we've still got a leak.
And split. And I've got to do I haven't done the repair of the leak. There's a tiny drip on one of the pipes, so I've got to drain the system down and resolder it and all that. So it's got to be done. So that it's up, yeah. So that's what I've got to do. I've got to get in there, and I need do a little bit of concrete and where the bottom of the wall is to be repaired, and then we can put the tiles back on. Then you see, when the shower, it's not a fancy shower room. It's just there, it's a dirty shower room, if you know what I mean. Well, it's not dirty, but it's makes it sound alright old dive, doesn't it? But it's a shower room. It's a very simple, basic shower room. The bathroom upstairs is nice, isn't it? That's quite large as well. I think when we did this house, we actually made all the rooms too big. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but they're bugged the heat. You'll get a frying pan across the back of the head soon. I will, Peter. She's like that as well. She's a very violent woman. I'm under the thumb as well. Yeah. I'm just hoping she does it while you're watching. So I've got witnesses. She's looking at me. No, we don't grow our own concrete. Oh, Mike Graham will help you with that concrete. No, man, there's a lunatic. Like most of them on Talk TV. Oh my God, you had them on Talk TV. You had that Dan Wootton guy on GB News, pretty much saying, "Oh, that's it, he's gone now regarding Gary Lineker." That didn't pan out, did it? No. And then you had Nigel Farage as well. They all put their 2 pence worth in, and when it comes down to it, they were wrong, big time. There's power in numbers. As a collective, we have the power.
Beautiful magpie knocker.
Oh, we've got magpie in the garden. Yeah, they'll be nicking something. Probably like the little chicks might have. Oh, just to let you know, one of the bird boxes we put up a few days ago, Caroline, the other bird box has got birds in it as well now.
Yeah, there's two of them.
So two, and I put up. Oh, I can actually show you actually. Well, I've got to show you the birds because they might not be there, but we put up the 3 little bird boxes that we made the other day in the workshop. 3 of them. I hope it's going to be too bright. On that wall, we put it up on that wall up there, on that barn, which needs the roof done. And then the ones that I put on, I've restored a couple of them and put a new one up as well. So I put them back up the other day. In the tree, there's a tree over there. Can you see the bird boxes in it? Oh my God, it's gone very bright. Let's get my head out there. Yeah, the tree there with little bird boxes in it there. They've got birds in already. It's not even a week.
Well, we have lots of birds in this.
Well, no, it's only about 3 days. Did I put them out about 3 days ago? Something like that.
Yeah, when I
So-
the pine pointed on that side, hand nest though.
Oh, the nests, yeah. Because we have a lot of birds nesting in the wall of the bag on the top. The wall comes up and there's like a ledge, and they nest on top of that ledge. So we get a lot of birds. We've got more now than we ever had before. And then out here, past the old camper. All these new cover on that back wheel. And, just in case they're in there. I'm a tie for it by a bird box. That had birds in last year. I haven't seen any this year yet. And then up here, we did the ones we made the other day in the workshop. Those ones there. And I got some more to put up as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, we're doing. Yeah, because we've got a little project going regarding the rewilding, which I don't know if I can show you. I think I'll lose my internet, to be honest. No, definitely will lose the internet. Bugger. Can I show you some of the trees from here? I don't know. You're not going to see them. Oh, you might be able to see the sticks because they're painted white. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. There's some of the trees that were planted. You see like little sticks that stick them with a lot of white paint on, and then you'll see some with the tree protectors on as well in the distance. That's some of the trees that we've been putting in. But there was about 400 in the ground now. So they go down the hill into the valley, and then we've got another field on the back. I didn't start planting that one. We want to start planting it towards the end of this year, so after the hot season. But we're going to be in the field I just showed you. We're going to be also putting in some fruit bushes as well, which is like we've got like thornless varieties of blackberries and stuff like that. We're going to be planting up there because we've got them, so they're not. We haven't got to buy them, so that's quite good. And the whole point is it gives the birds and other little animals something to eat. So yeah, and we'd definitely see a marked increase in wildlife, isn't it, Caroline?
Yeah. Oh God, since we first moved here, yeah.
Yeah. So there's been a hell of a lot more. See, she's busy. Look. Yeah, she's all right, really, isn't she? I think I'll keep her actually. What do you reckon? Should I keep her? No. Was it yes or no?
Me or
You.
Lost of me or them?
Do we get swallows? Yes, we do. They're called hirondelles here in France. Yes, we do. We get swallows, and we haven't finished the ceiling in here. It's insulated and plasterboard. It's in between the beams, but I haven't plastered it yet. Another job I need to do. It's quite bad actually, because my son's actually already got his plastered in his little house. Did a good job as well. He's never plastered before, and they're quite off. They come in here. They sit on top of there. The hirondelles do, and they fly around in circles. They're looking for somewhere to to live. And at one point they were nesting in our vestry. Yeah, we've got a vestry. That's where we keep our religious artefacts. So in here, on the ceiling up here, we had the hirondelles nesting, like little mud, those little mud, little nests, mud nests. Yeah, so we keep all the hirondelles. And I could give you, I might be able to give you a little tour. I should give you a little tour of the ground floor of our house, even though it's really untidy at the minute.
You can take them on the upstairs if you
Well, that's probably right. I'll mess up there,
want. Is that?
isn't it? I'm going to start at this end over here. I'm not going to go upstairs actually, just in case all our, the chains and all that sort of stuff is still out. Well, this is the staircase, which I built out of the old staircase, literally. And these newel posts I made from the old joists that I took out from the ceiling. See these joists here, which I haven't plastered yet, but these joists up the top there. We cut them out, and because the original staircase literally went up to our bedroom, so the door up there. The door used to be virtually, or was opposite the stairs originally, and the stairs you had to go up the stairs and literally straight into the bedroom, but also where the hall and the bar, where the other room was. It wasn't actually a bathroom because it was just, they didn't used to have that sort of thing. You see, it was bizarre. So you step off the side of the staircase. Oh, it's a cat. That's Ridey. Hello, Ridey the cat. You haven't seen the cat, probably, have you? Anyway, so I built this. These were old wattles at the old wattle and door walls that were knocked out. And these are literally, they aren't varnished or anything. They're literally just polished up with a wire wheel in an angle grinder. And after I had my operation, the dear missus, she split a log for me with Yasmin, my daughter. And from that log, I made this top rail. And that bottom rail for that for the stairgate to keep the dogs out. But I also I had the hands all bandaged up as well. I had the carpal tunnel syndrome. I had operation for it. I thought I'd carve a stake on the top, so I did. So that's the gate anyway. And I know they're too far apart, but they only had so many of them. And the idea was I was going to put something down the middle, like iron or something down the middle. Never got around to it. One day. There's no kids here, so it doesn't. Not anymore. And we've got a little pellet burners there for this space. Sorry, Wally, did I wake you up? Oh, and here as well. So coming through to the other side of the house. Now, on that side, on the other side of that wall, is where our garage is, which is basically the barn. And then we've got my workshop when I do my woodworking. And on the other side of that is the other workshop. It's quite a long barn. The barn is bigger than the two houses. It's a big old barn. About, I don't know how big it is actually. It's 120 square metres, something like that. It's quite large. And we come into the lounge. Then on my woodworking channel, we built this door the other day. Yeah, doing all these little dovetailing little repairs, and very old oak that we took out of the old floor with all these old nails and that. So it's a new door. You know, it's only been in a few weeks. I built that when Caroline visited the UK last time. It's quite cool. It's got the old furniture. It was free because I already had it, you see. And then we're into our lounge. Oh, it's a bit of a strange video. It's not really political, is it? No, sorry. We're into the lounge. There's all French houses, all just basically clay lump and rocks stacked up on top of each other, like that. Yeah, so it's literally like that. So, soundboard. That was a great idea to make a soundboard using all my scraps of wood. It took flipping ages! It's quite big. Yes, took me. It's quite cool though. Oh, and then we go to where I do my live streaming in here. This is me orifice. My office, kind of a bit. It's turned into a bit of a den, I suppose. But this is where we do, as you know, that's where we do our live streaming here. So anyway, got that. Just keep jumping from one internet connection to another. So I think it's okay now. Yeah. And loads of people have disappeared and left me. Don't leave me. Well, I'm going to go in a minute anyway. The hamsters need feeding. I know, yeah, the spinny wheel of death. Sometimes you can get pallets that are made of some decent wood. I have actually done that. The bird boxes I made the other day made out of old bits of pallet. It's a very hard. I don't know what's going on there. It keeps jumping off again. But yeah, purple heart. When you cut it, it's brown. But when it dries, it sees it's got a deep purple colour. That's lovely. Oh, there you go. Come back. I thought like cats like spinny things. The hamster needs feeding. Sometimes you can get nice pallets. You can, and let's run through the plane or the thickness and get out what I can. Hello, fellow cat. The birds began to sing. They do. All the time round here, I'll tell you. Dear me, are you nuts? Oh, yes. I am, rather, so I've been told. Do you get swallows? Yes, we do. Well, it's time. Oh, another few bird boxes and you'll soon have enough to make a pie. Oh, dear. I told the hubby before we married, if he needs... I keep getting the spinny wheel, I do. It's annoying, isn't it, that spinny wheel? Anyway, it's time to go, I think. Might go and help with that concreting. Oh, cheers, Larry. Oh, nice one, thank you. Some dosh for cat treats. Oh, I'm sure that... I'll tell you something. They do like their treats, these doggies. Where's Wally gone? He's disappeared. He's here a minute. I got Sebastian. He likes treats. I'll tell you, let's give him a treat. I do apologise for that. Oh, we're back again. Oh, no. Why do you have the ex-wife's head mounted in the kitchen? What? The ex-wife's head? I'm looking. Oh! Yeah, I had the head shrunk. Yeah, that's the ex-missus. Yeah, anyway, I was trying to show my tomatoes. Alright, we've got plenty of tomatoes, as you can see. Tomatoes. Also, the tomato soups, tomatoes, more tomatoes. That's it. We've also got in the bread oven as well as a load of tomatoes. And then we've got more canned stuff. Oh, and some ratatouille. You've got to have your veg, haven't you? You know, we've got no shortage here. We did about, I can't remember what it was, well over 100 litres of tomatoes and that we did last year. But we do it every single year. And, yeah, it's quite good, really. Where's the turnips? We don't grow turnips. I was joking about turnips. No turnips. Do you have the ex-wife, or why do you have the ex-wife head mounted in the kitchen? Oh, I'm sure this wife will end up having my head mounted in the kitchen soon. It's either that or she'll just stick me in a dirty old drawer somewhere, probably. I don't know. Right, anyway, I am going to go, so it's time to go. And thanks for joining us, and thanks for the super chats and that. It is really appreciated, it really is. This is kind of a job now, I suppose. It's a bit mad, isn't it, really? What an odd job. Oh, what we got now? What have you ordered?
Brilliant.
Oh! Dog meds.
Brilliant service.
Dog meds. Expensive. That box What's about it's got €60 a box now, isn't it? They get through.
Cheap.
That is cheap. If we get this from the vet, it costs us about 100. No, it's over 100, isn't it? From the vet. But if then you could obviously get your vet bill as well. Obviously, yeah, for the visit. And if you get from the vet, it's crazy money. But that's 60 odd euros. That's every month we get that. For this little blighter down here, because he's got heart disease, and also my little Wally who has a heart murmur. So this is well, there's two types. This is the one they have to have. Vetmedin. Expensive little blighter. You didn't tell me, did you, Caroline? You said, "Oh, let's get some dogs. Aren't they lovely?" Yeah, we'll get a dog, and then it end up 2 dogs, and then it end up in 3 dogs because rescues, you see. And yeah, they have more medication than us.
That's herb.
Oh, the herbal stuff, that is, yeah. So they've got the water tablets as well. We have to, this stuff as well. We have to get as well. So they don't have that all the time.
But we're trying them.
Yeah, they've been using herbal stuff as well, which is basically on dandelion, really, and it works. It's not as efficient as this, definitely not. But it helps keep it at bay, the problem. Because what happens is, you see, with the heart disease and also the heart murmur for Wally, it builds up water, on a bit like pneumonia, getting water in the lung. So that most of the time the Vetmedin does its job and stops the production of water, but it gets to a point where there's too much water in the lung and you have to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's constantly coughing, which can be quite dangerous for them because it's effectively you're reducing their lung capacity. So they have to have the water tablets to be able to get the water off the lung, and then they can breathe more easily. That's apparently what it's all about. It's quite handy being able to breathe. Isn't it, Caroline?
I've only got one left.
And now I've got all of these. Well, we'll go to the vet for those, actually.
Yeah, but we've only started one over there, so we've got 2 of them.
Oh, okay. And these for a box. There's a box of 100 though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're 52 euros now for a box. 100. Dogs are expensive.
Now we're using the other ones.
Let's cut down on those. It's not so bad.
Cutting down on lots of that.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hello, Bassino. Hello, ciao. He says ciao. Oh, the tomatoes. I'll just show you the tomatoes again. Yeah, so I'll just show them off again. And we have got more as well. So that's some of them. And there's some more of them. And these are from last year. There's some more of them. And then there's some more of them. And then there's some more of them. Yeah, they go right back to the back there, it does. It's about 5 deep. So, anyway, there's lots of tomatoes. You got any tomatoes? No? Stop showing this alien fruit. Well, it's time for me to go, so I think I ought to go and do some work. So I'm going to say ta-ta. So thanks, everybody. And have a lovely day. It's good to see you on the pill. What? Water tablets, not that kind of tablet. No. Ta-ta.